Yeah, man. So Alex Jones is crashing out in real time. He is really struggling and finding a way to cope with this energy and this rhetoric coming from Donald Trump about Jeffrey Epstein. And I have to show you yourself here so you can see it. Donald Trump is saying that the whole Epstein files thing is a hoax. I told you before he was trying to blame Obama and everybody else. And Alex Jones is having a difficult time with this. You guys got to see this. First, Donald Trump here. Listen to this.
Yeah. Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen of that?
No, it's not the Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier that turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running. He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city. It's I call it the Epstein hoax. It takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements, we've had a great gentleman yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking,
you see how he pivoted? See how he pivoted really quick there?
About the things we've achieved. We've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
So a couple of things that I want to add. Well, not necessarily Donald Trump, because he's a billionaire, so he's a part of the corporate elite as well. Yeah, double whammy there. Corporate elite and a part of, policy. So just take that into consideration. Now, it's interesting, though, that he's saying that this is a hoax because he didn't say that earlier on. See, this is how, I just want people to use your brains. Use your brains here for a second. If you felt that the Epstein files were a hoax, why didn't you say that from the beginning? Right? Okay. So it's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. And some people are trying to hold on. Some people are trying to hold on and they're trying to give Donald Trump the benefit of the doubt. Others are crashing out. And one of them that is crashing out right now appears to be Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Alex Jones is not taking this well at all. He's been making multiple videos critiquing the way that Donald Trump is handling the Epstein thing. But when you listen to Alex Jones in this video, what I want to remind you is that the crackling that you hear a little bit in his voice, that is the sound of desperation. That's what happens when you make a politician your hero. Right? Like Alex Jones really likes Donald Trump. Like there are some people, you guys may not believe this, but there are some people that see Donald Trump as like a real hero. Like they love Donald Trump, right? I saw the same thing with Barack Obama. I saw the same thing with Joe Biden. There are people who seriously idolize politician and they think they can do no wrong. So when they do wrong, it's like, oh, how do I take it? Right? So Alex Jones is not taking this well. This is the first one here.
All right, on the tarmac with Lutnick, Trump's chief economic advisor, you just saw Trump double down like he did last week and say nobody's been looking into Epstein. Why would anybody want to know about that? I don't know, Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Steve Jobs' wife and all these other world leaders going to this island where there's underage kids and all the Mossad connections and the Israeli prime minister secretly getting caught over and over again, going to his New York lair and Zorro Ranch and all the rest of it. Why would anybody want to know about that? You made it a major campaign issue, and your surrogates did to bring all this out. That's why. And so then you say it doesn't exist last week, and you're the person behind it telling people to stop covering it. Then your surrogates all get in trouble, try to fall on their swords. Then you come out yesterday through Laura Trump and then yourself again at a press conference and say, yeah, go ahead and release anything Pam Bondi's got. And then now you say, I don't know why anybody want to look into this. And on top of that, we now know that the video, the supposed proof that he committed suicide that's around a corner game and see his cell bay, has been heavily edited, not just a missing minute, but almost 3 minutes and a bunch of edit points with the metadata. Independent groups have looked at it. We've looked at it. It's true. And I'm just like, my God, Trump, you're not stupid. You couldn't come up with a plan better to discredit yourself and to get the Democrats to have congressional hearings and do all this stuff. Yes, we know the Democrats have control of the file. Yes, we know they obviously cut themselves out of it. That's all true. But your attempt to then tell people nothing to see here, move on, is called the mother of all Streisand effects. And Trump, I know you know what the Streisand effect is.
So do you see, this is what happens when you make a politician your hero. Now they didn't let you down. And Alex Jones is really let down here, right? So long story short, it's not about Trump being stupid or not too bright. He just lied. He's a con man. He's conned a lot of people. He's good at this. He's good at conning people and convincing people into believing that he's something that he's not, or he's going to do something that he's not going to do. He's really good at doing that. So he told people what they wanted to hear. And by the way that Donald Trump speaks about Jeffrey Epstein is almost as if he was not someone that he knew very well. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein knew each other for years. They were closer than what Donald Trump is trying to project. It's not like this is just someone that he saw at a couple of parties every now and then. Oh, no. They were close. And now he's just like, oh, he was a sick person. I don't know about this person. I don't know. Yada, yada. So there's a lot more, I think, that's going to come out about this. And I don't think anybody should leave this alone. Like, I'm noticing like some of the Trump stan accounts that were on X are melting down and just going on block mode, blocking everybody that's criticizing Donald Trump for this. Yeah, you guys, just like corporate media, you sold your soul as well. That's what I say. You sold your soul as well. Okay? Got it. Alex Jones doesn't know what to do.
In case you don't, you need to look into it. That's why Laura Trump, everybody else, is backpedaling. That's why I've heard from DOJ sources that indeed you guys are looking at a special counsel. Good. Do the special counsel. Have them investigate it. We know you just got the stuff back in March. The Democrats were hiding it in New York. That's their problem. And of course, it's all stuff they cooked up or whatever, like they've done with Russiagate and the rest of it. But running away from it makes it only that much worse. Obviously, people came to Elon a few months ago and told him this was going on. He got scared, distanced himself. And I'm getting really concerned here at this point because the
Remember when Elon said Trump's name was on that list?
Flopping and the 180ing and then going back is just the biggest train wreck I've ever seen. And it's not in character for you to be acting like this. So we want your agenda to succeed. I've done deep research, never saw you involved with Epstein and criminal activity. So why are you acting like this? You made a deal with the establishment to leave you alone. Have they rolled over? U.S. intelligence we know is involved. Mossad, CIA, MI6, we already know that. But instead, you just continue to say nothing to see here, move along, though go ahead and release information, but there's no information to release. Contradiction for contradiction, flip-flopping to flip-flopping. 180s on 180s on 180s. Jesus, I'm on a roller coaster here. And then, it's only fake news is concerned. Oh, like MTG and Tucker Carlson and myself and Joe Rogan and the American people.
Mark my words. This is the part that I think really hits home for many people. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Joe Rogan, Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking out against this, even though Marjorie Taylor Greene voted against the release of the Epstein files, people still be siding with their party. That says something. Everybody is not going along with what Donald Trump is saying, even some of his biggest supporters. And I think that says a lot. Tucker Carlson, I don't agree with a lot of shit that he says, but he reaches a lot of people on his own. He reached a lot on Fox News. He reaches a lot of people on his own. He reached millions of people. So this is not, it's not good. It's not good for Donald Trump. And to put the blame on Democrats, remember, this is something he said that he would do. And you kind of say you're going to do these things, then people kind of looking at you like, why you not do it? It's so obvious. It's so obvious, you guys. Again, if we were to go back to that pyramid and you look and see who's at the top, the central bankers, then the big bankers, and then the corporate elite, then the president comes in. You don't think some of those big bankers could have been on that island? Hell, don't forget Jeffrey Epstein had that account, that money was going in from JP Morgan. That was the JP Morgan bank. They had to settle the lawsuit with the Virgin Islands because it was JP Morgan that made it possible for that activity to take place on the Virgin Islands any damn way. They financed it. Now they say they didn't know what they were financing, but even if they did, you think they're going to tell you? Come on, man.
This is something that finally got our attention. People finally woke up to this. People finally understand, a window in the deep state with all this. And so you signing on to this and flip-flopping is just self-harming. I mean, please, President Trump, stop. If you want it to go away, just be quiet. It's like there's a gun to his head saying, you better come out and say, no, this exists, or we'll release it.
This is sad. This is really sad. He's like begging Donald Trump, please, please, please. See, this is why you can't have political heroes.
It's bad. It's getting worse by the minute. And I support you, but we built the movement you wrote in on. You're not the movement. You just surfed in on it. And I'm telling you, man, the Democrats we know are pure evil. My God, they promote pedophilia and everything openly. So why the hell are you acting like this? Please stop now. Please listen to Laura Trump and others. Please listen to Steve Bannon. Listen to Tucker. Listen to me. Listen to us. We care about you. Stop doing this. Stop it. You couldn't be doing a worse thing to yourself and to America right now. Damn it. Just from a place of love. Stop it now. Stop pissing on us and telling us it's raining. Tonight, 9 p.m., myself and Chase Guys are hosting an emergency special show at Real Talk Channels on X covering this. Be sure and join us.
Yeah, see, you can't make politicians your hero again, like they're not real heroes. The real hero is like you guys have to look in the mirror. Like you have to, we talked about this before, people have to save themselves. Like that you do that by community building, by organizing within your community, mutual aid. This is how we help each other. But the people who are really melting down about this as if they had lost their best friend are the people who looked at Donald Trump as this savior. A lot of them thought he was a hero. He was going to save the day, get the country back on track. And now many people are starting to see, I'm starting to see some similarities from Biden's administration in Trump's administration. And you know why. Now he's still going at it. Alex Jones is still upset, apparently, because he said that Donald Trump said he will excommunicate anyone from MAGA that continues to question his admin's bizarre handling of the Epstein case. You guys have got to see this too.
Trump. I'm glad the Democrats aren't in, and I like a lot of the success you're having, and we're all having together. And your statements about, you people that bring this up don't even deserve to be involved in this movement. You are excommunicata. You are henceforth ex cathedra.
See that he's sharing what Donald Trump, I guess, posted. This is Truth Social. Radical left. Look at the language. The language is so predictable. People should pick up on this now. Radical left Democrats. We all know the Democratic Party is not radical. They're not even freaking left. Let's go to some other buzzwords here, right? Russia, crooked Hillary Clinton. Yes, Hillary Clinton is crooked, but so is Donald Trump. There are all these people in the same club, okay? Donald Trump, there's pictures of Donald Trump hanging out with Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. All these people, they all roll together. scam, Jeffrey Epstein, hoax. See, just pick out the buzzword: hoax, make America great again, radical left, Russia, crooked Hillary. And it's just the same stuff. So this is what he's talking
From
about.
the mouth of the God King, you are expelled from the church of the holy golden toad, Donald John Trump. Well, I was never in the church of the holy golden toad. I do like you being a maverick, standing up for the country. We have the same enemies. I respect your stamina and courage. Been a big cheerleader when I agree with what you're doing. But if I'm being excommunicated, let me be clear, I was never in your church to be excommunicated. So you can't excommunicate me because I was never in your church. I was never in a cult. And I never said MAGA was a cult. I said a lot of people want it to be a cult. You know, there are Dallas Cowboy fans that are in a cult and literally commit suicide if they lose, the playoffs.
Yeah, someone already said it. Patrick Saw said, yes, you were.
The Dallas Cowboys isn't a cult, but there are people that have made a cult out of it. So, being a dog owner doesn't mean you're in a dog worship cult, but the Zoroastrians do worship dogs. So, you see what I mean? But now, Trump, if this continues down this line, if he starts saying, I'll excommunicate people, well, you're not allowed, even unless it's a cult, to say to people, you either agree with everything I do and don't question things, or you're not in our club. I don't want you. Well, that kind of sounds like a thoroughbred cult to me. And if I keep hearing more talk like that, it's basically where I'm already at. And I already said this. I'm going to give Trump report cards. It's basically what I already do, but we're officially going to start doing it on basic issues. I'm going to get the head of the John Birch Society on, who actually puts out report cards, or the experts on it, the really good report cards. And we'll just start doing a monthly report card on Trump and say, okay, in our view, he did good here, he did good there. You can look at the report card, you can look at where he did bad, and that's it. And so I'm not going to be emotionally invested in this.
But you were. That's why it hits you this way when you become emotionally invested in these politicians, and you really believe that this is going to be the person that's going to make the big change and is going to save the day. And that's what happens when they do something crazy or stupid or foolish. You feel really let down. So he says he's not going to be, get emotion into this, but he already did have emotion in. he was already emotional about it, and he's taken aback. And I think he's just trying to figure out, like, okay, how do I handle this? How do I deal with this? I can't believe, could it be possible that Donald Trump lied to me? Yeah, politicians lie. I told you guys before, I don't trust any politician. You shouldn't either. That doesn't mean you don't have to support their policies. It doesn't mean that you don't have to vote for them. It is just, you do so knowing that at the end of the day, they're still a politician. People tell you whatever you want to hear to get your vote. We're going a little bit more here.
Because I've never been a joiner. I pride myself in that I'm the captain of my ship, and people support what I do or believe what, a lot of what I'm doing is right, then you support us. But when somebody starts saying, don't question things, or you can't be in our club, yeah, that's a cult. And I'm not a cult joiner. Never have been. My operation's not a cult. My crew's not a cult. You don't have to agree with me around here. People see my hosts saying different things than me. I respect them. I think they're smart. We agree on 90% of stuff, but that's what I want, is to, have good patriots that really care. And we agree on 95% of stuff, but
I'm just going to leave it at that, you guys, because I just got to tell you, he keeps saying, I'm not in a cult. I'm not a cultist. I'm not a cult guy, because you kind of were. Because what I've seen over the years is I've watched this happen on both sides. I've watched both of these parties become more cult-like. MAGA is its own thing and is crazy over there in MAGA world. And yes, there is cult-like behavior in MAGA. Last year, I saw some of that under the Kamala Harris banner. You know, the way people kind of came at me, it was like, if you're going to vote for Jill Stein, like, screw you. You're either with us or against us. And this was coming from grown ass men like Roland Martin. This was coming from men in their 40s, 50s. I was like, seriously? Are we going back to high school? That cult mentality has become worse and worse. Worse and worse. So I've seen it on both sides. That's why I was just like, when Obama was president, this whole thing that you could not criticize Barack Obama, there's a lot of cult mentality. That's why I'm a registered independent. This is why I said, yeah, I don't want to be a part of any political parties anymore. I'm good. Okay. Let me make my own decisions and not just vote for the party because I'm a part of it. You know? So politicians are not real heroes. And I think that if Alex Jones would have gone into this as like, okay, well, this is who I think the better option is going to be, and not like, I love this man. He's going to save the day. And people drawing pictures of Donald Trump as Superman and or part of the A team and all that kind of stuff. Like, those are the people who are very much hurt and let down because you don't want to believe your hero would do something like that. You don't want to believe that they would let you down. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.